Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Abby if you're new here. This week I'm doing a little bit of a different style video. I'm going to do a Q&A with you guys. I usually do vlogs and lifestyle type videos, but I wanted to sit down and answer some of your questions this week. I posted a little question box over on my Instagram and TikTok, and I got quite a few questions, so I'm going to answer them for you. A lot of the questions were surrounding just me, my relationship, my job, social media, stuff like that. So I will answer them all. I'll try to keep it nice and concise. I'll bring Oakley in for the relationship questions. I made myself my favorite drink, which is an Aperol Spritz. So let's sit back, make yourself a drink. Oh my gosh. Make yourself a drink or a coffee and let's get to it. I'll probably be looking at my phone a lot because I have all the questions on here. But I'll start with the questions directed towards me, and then I'll bring Oakley in for the relationship type questions. First one, how did you get your start in social media? I would say I just started probably back in October. I started posting on TikTok and I really enjoyed it. And then I started focusing more on YouTube and Instagram. But honestly, my whole life I've always been someone that takes a million pictures. I've always loved Instagram, but I never really took it seriously per se. I just posted whenever, or I was worried that I was posting too much. I was embarrassed, whatever. But probably about last October, I remember I was sitting on the couch with Oakley and we were talking about like our dream jobs or like what we really like to do. And my answer was, I love documenting my life. I love following other influencers and getting inspiration from them. And so I just decided to go for it. And it's kind of been working out. It definitely is. You have to keep at it. It's not something that is just, you don't remember to post every day, but I've just been trying to keep at it and I've really been enjoying it. I feel like I've made a lot of internet friends from it, which is something I never expected from this. And I'm just excited to see where it goes. I'm still very new to all of this. I've just started receiving PR and stuff like that. But my favorite thing so far is connecting with other people on the internet, which is something I didn't really see as being part of this. And if I were to give any advice, it would be to just start. Don't care about what other people think, because that's what was holding me back my entire life. I've always wanted to post more, like try to connect with people online, but I was embarrassed, or I felt that I was annoying people by posting too much. But honestly, if you're annoying people, they can unfollow you, and it's a lot more rewarding than I thought. The amount of people that I've met and connected with through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, it's so fun and I love it. Next question, favorite and most challenging part about being a nurse? For those of you that don't know, I am a registered nurse. I work in the NICU, which is the neonatal ICU, so I get a lot of babies. Well, I only take care of babies that are born either prematurely or born with other types of complications. So I've been doing that. My first job out of college was a NICU nurse, and I've been a NICU nurse ever since. This is a hard question for me because as much as I am proud of being a nurse and I'm proud of what I do, taking care of the babies every day, I don't know if it is exactly my calling in life being a nurse, because it is a hard job. One of the hardest things I think is the demand on your body, the long hours, the patient loads. Like, it's a lot of work, especially living in Florida. We're short-staffed a lot, so I would say that's the hardest part, is having heavy assignments, working 12-hour shifts, having to work weekends, having to work holidays. That's definitely the worst part about being a nurse. What is the best part about being a nurse? The best part about being a nurse is connecting with the families. I get to work with really cute babies. I get to see them born, and I get to watch them grow up until they're able to leave the hospital. So discharging a family home is really a rewarding part of my job. Another part for just being a nurse is it does give you some flexibility to have time off, go on vacations. I was a travel nurse last year, and that was kind of a crazy opportunity. I thought I got to work in San Diego, California for almost a whole year. Made a lot of money, met a lot of cool people, had a really fun experience, and that was a cool experience for me. And that leads me to my next question: how do you like living in Florida? Being a travel nurse gave me the opportunity to go live in California, which is something I thought I really would want to do, something I thought where I would fit in. But I realized, which I love California, no hate to California, if I had grown up in California, I probably would love it there. But since I'm from the East Coast, I grew up in Maryland, but I live in Florida now, it made me realize that I love the East Coast. I love Florida. I love having friends and family close to me. I love the laid-back, slower lifestyle here. I mean, when you go out in the town that I live, you know almost everyone. You go on a walk, you see 5 people you know, which is something I love. Some people may not love that. Yeah, I think the slow lifestyle, the access to the beach, the cheaper prices, being closer to family, I love Florida, and I think I will probably settle down here. I'm not against going to travel again, but I could really see myself settling down where I live and having a family and growing old here, because I love it so much. If anyone has any questions, I live in Atlantic Beach, Jax Beach, Neptune Beach, that area of Florida, and I love it. If you ever come to visit, let me know. I'll give you some recommendations. Someone asked what my favorite workout brand is, and that is an easy answer for me. I'll answer it real quick. I love Lululemon for actual workouts, running, like HIIT workouts. Like Lululemon is just superior in my opinion, especially the Align leggings, the Align shorts, anything Align. I've never put on material that soft. And I also love Alo Yoga for Pilates or yoga type stuff, because I think it's just, it looks really flattering. It makes you look, I don't want to say it makes you look expensive, but it makes you look nice. The material always looks brand new in my opinion. So for yoga and Pilates, I love Alo. And then I've recently really started to love Daily Drills, which is more of like a leisurely, like when I go on my walks and stuff, I love their little sets. I will link some of my favorites from all of that. And then they didn't ask my favorite like loungewear, but I'm gonna answer it anyway because I'm wearing it right now. Elwood for sweat sets. They have the best sweat sets. And also Daily Drills has really good sweat sets too. Okay, last one about me. This was a good question. Describe yourself in 3 words to someone that has never met you. This is also a hard question for me to answer. One word, I talked about this with Oakley before I filmed this. One word that we both said that we agreed with was that I'm a very driven person. I'm very goal oriented. If I set my mind to something, I am most likely going to do it because I want it. If I really want something, it's going to happen. So driven, laid back. I feel like I'm a pretty laid back person. I love the slower things in life. I like staying home, being with my family and friends. I'm pretty understanding of anything. Like I'm pretty reasonable. If something goes wrong, I'm like, okay, it makes sense why that happened. But driven, laid back. And the last one, this is hard. I'm gonna bring Oakley in here to see the last one. Oakley! Okay, I'm finishing up. And what's the last one you would say?
Positive. Beautiful.
Positive, beautiful.
Optimistic.
Optimistic.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. Okay, that is it about the
Optimistic.
questions directed towards me. And then my most asked question was definitely about our relationship. The first one is an easy one. How old are we? I'm 27, Oakley's 26. I am I'm a year older than Oakley.
Touchy subject.
Took some getting used to, but I mean, it's a year and he takes care of me. Sometimes I feel like he is the older one in the relationship anyway.
She was optimistic about our age.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, and definitely the most asked question was how we met, how long we've been together. Okay, I'll explain. I'll explain it and you can cut in. So basically, I got out of a relationship in 2020 and Oakley DM'd me and I was not interested. But then we kept DMing and talking more and we decided to meet up. He was taking a surf trip to the west coast of Florida, which I was living in St. Pete at the time. So we met up because it was honestly COVID, so we were both pretty bored. But
She hung out with me because she was bored.
Yeah, but we hit it off, and I think since we met that day, we never really stopped talking. And we decided to technically date probably 8 months later because I was a little bit cautious. But anyway, we've been together 3 years now.
Yeah, when we were first talking, I think I secured my spot because I ordered her waffles when she was working night shift as a nurse.
Yeah, I feel like
have we even seen each other yet? Have we even met yet? Might have sent you those?
Yeah. I
We
don't know,
hung out
actually.
once. I might have sent it before we hung out.
Yeah.
I might have bribed her with
I
waffles.
feel like I had never met someone that was so, I don't even know.
Outgoing. We were really
You
just
were
friends.
just so
and we-
nice. And oh, this is why I really liked him, because you weren't like trying to date me. You weren't like being overly,
Assertive, yeah.
assertive. You were like trying to be my friend. Like I was really wondering if you just wanted to be my friend or if you liked me. That is one
I
of the
probably
main
didn't know
reasons.
either. I had to meet you first.
Yeah, well, that is what really kept me interested, because he wasn't texting me like weird things. Like we were literally
Show me
just
your
talking like
butt.
friends. Yeah. No, but something that we should talk about is when we first started talking / dating, we were not living in the same town. We lived like 5 hours away. So he was driving up to meet me almost every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That also showed me that he was pretty serious.
Yeah.
And
I
then
was driving a lot.
he did move here.
Mm.
He says it wasn't for me, but
I wanted to get out of South Florida, and she was ironically moving here. And there's not too many places in North Florida to live and like work, because there's not too many cities. I mean, it's in every time I try to
let
get
me
to
see if
watch
there's
it.
any other questions. I feel like I answered them all pretty quickly.
Oh, I like that one. Why is Oakley so cool? I don't honestly don't know how to answer that one. I'm just, it is what it is.
No one asked that. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching this Q&A. If you have any other questions, comment them down below and I'll try to answer them. Next week, I will do another vlog.
Get yourself
Week in the life
an older
living
woman.
in Florida.
It's pretty sweet.
Bye guys. Love you.